Hey guys, welcome to the V60 tutorial here at Coffee for Everyday Use. We're going to add 26 grams of medium ground coffee to our pre-wet V60 filter. We pre-wet the filter to rinse out any paper taste that might be present and also to help coffee brewing happen more readily. Once you've weighed out your coffee, you're going to zero out your scale and then level out your coffee bed to make it nice and flat. Now it's time to begin brewing. We're going to start with our bloom, and we're going to start our bloom pouring water in the dead center, spiraling out and hitting the edge of that coffee and water combination as we get to the edge. We're going to call that the slurry. Once we finish that, we're going to start our timer. And then what we do here is we spin that slurry just to make sure all the water has touched the coffee and that everything can be ready for when we start pouring water in more frequently. Now we wait until we hit 30 seconds on that timer, and then we begin pouring the rest of the water. And when we get to 30 seconds, we're going to begin pouring once more. We're going to start in the center of that coffee slurry, spiraling out just like we did for the bloom, touching every inch of the coffee that we possibly can, saturating everything, then returning to the center, start pouring in nickel-sized rotations, about 2 rotations per second. At 1 minute, we should be at 200 grams, and at that point, we're going to pass out to the edges of the filter wall, washing the coffee from it with about 2 to 3 passes, and then returning back to the center to that nickel-sized 2 rotation per second pour. And at 1 minute 15 seconds, we should be at 300 grams. We're going to repeat that pass out as we wash 2 to 3 rotations before returning back to the nickel-sized 2 rotation per second pour again. At 1 minute 30 seconds, we should be at 400 grams of water, which means we should stop pouring because that's all the water that we need to add to the slurry. In order to promote even extraction, what we're going to do is we're going to spin the slurry once more at 1 minute 45 seconds just to wash any leftover coffee grounds from the filter wall, reintroduce it back into the slurry, and help everything draw down evenly. Drawdown should occur somewhere between 2 minutes 15 seconds and 3 minutes. A flat bed is a good indication that your pouring is great and all the coffee was properly extracted. That's our V60 tutorial. Happy brewing!